Hi everyone, in this video we're going to take a look at the noble gases, and they are found in group 0 of the periodic table. So just like when we looked at group 1 the alkali metals and group 7 the halogens, the reactivity of the noble gases can be explained by looking at their electronic structures. Now I've drawn out the electronic structures ready. If you're unsure how to draw these for yourself, I'll put a link up to a previous video to help you now. So when we look at the reactivity of the noble gases, one thing that we find is they are all very unreactive. Another word you can use to describe this is inert. We can say they are inert. So why are they so unreactive? Well, if we look at the electronic structures, we can see they already have a full outer shell of electrons, so they are already stable. Make sure you're using these words in red: very unreactive, full outer shell, and that's what makes them stable. So key information like this nearer to your exam would go on a post-it note, and you could put it somewhere prominent like the bathroom mirror or the fridge door. And if you want lots more exam revision tips like that, I'll put a link up now to one of my previous videos, my best tips for how to revise. So if we compare the noble gases to other gases that we know about, when we looked at group 7, the halogens, we found that they are all diatomic molecules. So if we look at chlorine as an example, the atoms form pairs to become a molecule, and they go around in pairs. Similarly, oxygen we all know is O2, so oxygen atoms pair up to form a molecule. Now with noble gases, they are different. So we can see with helium, they go round as single atoms, so we say they are monatomic, and that's because they've already got that full outer shell of electrons, so they don't need to pair up in order to get a full outer shell. They're already stable. Similarly, if we draw some neon atoms, we can also see they are monatomic. They're going round as single atoms. We're now going to take a look at the trends of the noble gases. In other words, how do they change as we go down the group? And these are all physical properties. We've already looked at the chemical properties in that they are very unreactive, so these are now the physical properties. So first of all, as you go down the group, the relative atomic mass increases, and we can see from the periodic table the mass number is going from 4 to 20 to 40 and so on. Also, the boiling point increases. So the boiling point increases as you go down the group because the intermolecular forces get stronger, and these forces are going to need more energy to break the forces. And finally, the density increases. So if we filled a balloon with each of these gases, we know how light helium is compared to air, so it would float upwards. And as you go down the group, each balloon would feel heavier than the last one because the density is increasing. If you found this video useful, please remember to subscribe. That will encourage me to make more videos. I know that people are finding them useful. Thank you for watching.